Hey guys, what's up? How you doing, man? Welcome to another Saturday live broadcast, unboxing and discussion of what's going on and all that. What's going on with y'all? Thanks for tuning in. First off, did you watch The Mandalorian yesterday? Holy smokes! Um, Man, I tell you what, I'm super excited about next Friday. That's all I got to say. No spoilers, okay? But if you haven't watched The Mandalorian, if you're remotely a Star Wars fan and you're not watching The Mandalorian, you are severely missing out. Secondly, if you're a pretty good Star Wars fan, you're not watching The Mandalorian, what the hell's wrong with you? Thirdly, oh my God, if you're like a for real Star Wars fan, don't tell me last night towards the end of the show, like the last 2 minutes or whatever of show, don't tell me you didn't go, I'm sorry, what did you just say? It's all I gotta say. It's all I gotta say. If you've seen it, you know exactly what I'm talking about, and I'm so excited about next Friday. Now, let's talk about what Hot Toys is doing. They have a Tusken Raider that's going to be announced soon. They've got Moff Gideon going to be announced soon with his dark saber, and they have a Mandalorian on his rickety ass speeder bike that's going to be announced soon. Of course, we have Miles Morales from the PlayStation 5 that's up for pre-order right now. Looks freaking amazing. He's got a spider cat. I don't know what that whole story is. Go pre-order that. Venom, of course, was announced last week. Is there something else that I'm missing out on right now? I can't think of it. But hey, Toy Mafia, how you doing, man? Jake, how's it going, man? Welcome. Matt 2310, hello. Yes. You need to watch The Mandalorian. Like I said, if you are at least a good enough Star Wars fan that you're familiar with the characters and all the shows, I guarantee you're going to be like, I'm sorry, what did you just say? If you're kind of only a slightly one, you may not catch it. But I'm telling you, next week is going to be, oh my God. It may not be next week. It may be later on. But if I understood what they said last night, that I think that they said last night, I literally was like, I'm sorry, what did you just say? So, yeah, I'm really excited about that. CBS Sci-Fi, how you doing? Sarax Gupta, welcome. Please tell my name, Siddharth Gupta. How you doing, Siddharth? Welcome. Gary, how's it going, man? Let's see, where are we at? Can't wait for it. Right, yeah. So, didn't want to talk about that exactly. Yeah, that's going to be great. Yo, welcome, Siddharth. You are welcome. So, what we got today is one of these third-party figures. This came from Toys Wonderland, by the way, in case you're curious how Toys Wonderland ships something. Because, by the way, they don't. By the way, if you are buying your figures from Hot Toys directly in Hong Kong or wherever, from my understanding, they don't give you the brown shipper. It's a brown shipper to be shipped to the rest of the world. So you buy them from there, you get just the box. So Toys Wonderland put this in a box because they get them from Hot Toys. There's some hate, some people to Toys Wonderland, because what Toys Wonderland does is they offer you two options on how to purchase the item. Brand new. You can get it, what they call, I think it's first release, which means the day that it's made available there at Hot Toys in Hong Kong or wherever, they will ship it to you. Out it goes. You'll get that bad boy in like just a matter of days from that moment. There are some reviewers whose following is so huge that they're happy to be able to show this to you guys first run, and they'll pay that extra money to get it shipped to them immediately. And then I think they have what's called second release, or hell, they may even have a third release, which means they'll get around to it whenever they get around to getting it to you, and you may have to wait a little bit longer. It doesn't cost as much. And so, of course, the exclusive distributors of Hot Toys products like Sideshow and some of the other companies around the world are a little miffed at Toys Wonderland because they're kind of stepping on their toes. So you'll find some of these individuals who are compensated by Hot Sideshow Collectibles and others to review their product, and they'll be slandering Toys Wonderland because essentially, if you're buying your products from Toys Wonderland, then you're not buying them from Sideshow if you live here in the United States. Now, Sideshow doesn't sell this product, and Sideshow doesn't send me any money. And as a matter of fact, the majority of coupons that Sideshow sends me are worthless because they're for items that I've already bought because I ordered them when they first come out. And they don't give you a coupon on them when they're brand new. So, Sideshow shows me no love. I'm like the last person ever to get anything shipped from a Sideshow. So it doesn't matter to me. I'll buy from whomever's going to give me the best deal as far as that goes. But Sideshow doesn't sell third-party toys. So this is a figure that has not been licensed by Marvel Comics or whomever it is that actually owns Disney or whoever it is that owns the rights to this, to Tony Stark. This is made by a company that didn't pay them for it. And so companies like Sideshow won't sell it. Big Bad Toy Store also steers clear of a lot of third-party stuff for that reason. But a lot of times, this third-party stuff, you'll get a really good figure that no one else is even making. Let's see, what's my favorite? The Poison, for instance. An amazing third-party figure. Just off the top of my head, trying to look around and see what other third-party figures. Juggernaut. So, just off the top of my head, there's two remarkable figures, not made by Hot Toys or Sideshow, not made by an official distributor or licensor, but they're pieces that are just simply amazing and really deserve to be in your collection if you are telling a story with your pieces. If somebody just collects one or two or a dozen or so pieces and that's all you have any interest in, you want a Superman, you want a Batman, you want a Spider-Man, you probably aren't going to buy a Poison. Well, you might have bought a Poison, the Venom, you might have bought that, but Juggernaut may or may not be somebody you'd want to add to your collection. He's not one of the main characters. But for people like me who just buy all sorts of shit, whatever else that comes out, got to collect them all, right? Then you're pleased as punch whenever they make, especially a quality product. I have no problem really with Juggernaut. The Venom, the body on it's a little loose, but hell, even Hot Toys has done that. And Hot Toys quality is a term that they use in the industry to compare your product to what a quality product should be. So this is from MK100, is the third-party company, and says right on IOU 3000 Studios. No, I'm sorry. MK100. It's MK100. Why does it say IOU 3000 Studios? Did they change the name? Who knows? Anyhow, this is the Tony Stark in the white wedding suit. And the reason that I have an interest in this is because there's a story there that they haven't told us yet. And I truthfully believe that what we're going to see, and I've said this on many, many, many occasions, we're going to see a 48/49, whichever it is. The Hulkbuster 2 is either 48 or 49. And so many of you are so adamant that the rescue suit is marked 49, but I stand behind my position that it is not, for a couple of main reasons. First off, on the suit are 4 digits. Tony Stark doesn't put 4 digits on any of his suits. The suits that we see numbers on have 2 digits, 17 or 15, whichever it is. And in Iron Man 3, he's sitting on the couch and Pepper walks in and she goes, "What is that? Number 15 or something?" And he lifts up his forearm and right on it says MK42. And he goes, "Yeah, something like that. 42, 2 digits, not 042 or 0042. Rhodey has 3 digits on all of his suits. 001, 002, 003, 005, 006. Those are 3 digits on there. Rescue suit has 4 digits on it. No other suits have 4 digits on it. It's not. It's not Rhodey's suit. Can't be Tony's suit. It's a female suit. And I know the argument that they say, well, she never wears anything, or that he's made for her, but I guarantee you that's her suit. That's the 49th rescue suit. So we haven't been shown the 49. A lot of y'all say, well, that's the 48 and rescue's the 49. I don't believe it for 1 second. So that's either the 48 or the 49. And another thing is, Tony is in India, from my understanding, at this time in the movie of Spider-Man Homecoming. And the Mark 47 suit is in New York. I don't know how many miles separates those two areas. I'm thinking like 24 hours or 16 hours flying at supersonic speed. In Iron Man 3, when he was down in Florida and his suit was in Tennessee, I think is where it was, he was trying to calculate how much time it was going to take for his suit to get there when they had him chained up or tied up or whatever to that bed frame. And he was like, I'm going to kick your ass. He's telling the guys, I'm going to kick your ass in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the suit didn't show up. He's not going to be like 16 hours away from a suit. He's not going to have his suit in New York City protecting Spider-Man and his butt over in India. So I guarantee you we're going to see a suit. Now, he had the Mark 46 in Civil War. He, pushed his little finger into the helicopter and it came onto him. So if he took the 46, why would he leave the 47 in New York? Why would he leave the better of the two suits there? So I guarantee you we're going to see a suit in Black Widow. Black Widow takes place, from my understanding, right around that time of Spider-Man Homecoming. And this is going to tell that story. What the hell is this wedding he was going to? What's all going on? So that is why, in my opinion, this is an important figure to add to the collection that I have, and I'm telling the story with my figures. You know what I mean? I come out here, and this is the story that I'm telling. So that's the long story of this outfit. Now that I told you all of that, let's get into this and get with it. So we have two things essentially. We have we have the suit and we have the body, and this is cool. Now, this body, I didn't expect this. They announced this or made this, I don't know how long ago. This company did this chest body, and this is great. This is great. I wanted to get one of these for quite a long time, and I'm probably actually now going to put this in a different body. Actually, and I'll probably swap this out later. I'm gonna build it right now, but this company makes this chest arc reactor. So you can buy these bodies, and you have 3 choices of arc reactors to put in there, and it's a little. You put your batteries in there, and you push a little button, and it comes on and off, and then you can choose which style of arc reactor you want to use, all the way back to the Iron Man 1, Iron Man 2 days, and then to current times. And I think that is really, 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 really cool. So at this stage, I don't remember if it wasn't part of his body anymore. It's set on the outside of his body, and you can't see it with this suit. So I'm not going to use this body, but my goodness, this is a total bonus. I didn't expect this. When I ordered this, it said it was a STS-85 or something like that body, which didn't include this. So I'm pleased to get this. This is a freaking bonus and a half. I'll tell you that much. And again, this was only like $100 or something, dirt freaking cheap for this whole thing here, compared to like the new Miles Morales is $280 for the new Miles Morales. I mean, come on. Hot Toys used to be a lot more reasonably priced. So this is cool. If you guys are looking for a body with this to do one of your older customs or anything along that line, I don't think you can go wrong with this. I really don't. You know, again, I'm not somebody who puts the lights into these because the batteries, they don't last. They literally they'll explode and die inside of your little guy there. And oh my goodness, there's two of them here. But one of these days, I'm hoping one of you geniuses out there will devise an AC powered way. I mean, hell, we have with the Bluetooth, wireless, NFC, whatever ability now, you can, you know, hell, actually, from all the way back from Tesla days, you could send electricity wirelessly. So I'm expecting one of you guys to make a wireless setup here. So how this works is you put your little guy in here, little button here in the back, turns it on and off. The batteries go right inside there. Stick this through here. Stick this through here. And there you have it. Pretty simple. You don't like that arc reactor, you want to go with the new one, which of course isn't part of his body anymore. He's had that totally removed and just it's his power source. But there you go. And I think this is really cool. I think it's really cool. Standard body, so you don't have it's not seamless or anything along that line. And but I didn't expect this, so I'm a little stoked about this. Again, I don't watch any reviewers beforehand, not because I don't like watching the other reviewers. So I do. I'll watch them later. But I want to be surprised. And this is a very pleasant surprise. I like this little box, too. Like storing shit in little boxes like this. Or even like that. That looks cool, right? Either way, can't go wrong. Got a pair of flat feet. Neck. Okay, so this is nice too because some of the Tony Starks come with a head attached to the neck. Some of the Tony Starks come with a head with no neck. So you have either option here, which is nice. Also, for this body. So this body is totally separate from this white suit, but I didn't choose the body. The body in the suit came. I just clicked on, you know, buy the white suit, and they chose the body for me. I suppose if you wanted to get a different body, you probably can contact them and say, hey, I don't want that body. I want this other body. I couldn't tell you. I can't imagine why not. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I think we got some girls. I know we had some girls in the back in the day. Oh, this is cool. I'm pulling everything out here. It's called White Lover. White Lover is what they called this. You know, because, for instance, Venom they called Poison. Juggernaut they called the Tank. You can't call it the name. It's, you know, it's not the thing. They include this little neat little display stand. That's neat. I don't think anyone's ever given something like this in with their figure. I'm assuming there's a piece of film on here. I can't feel it coming off, but I guarantee you there's got to be a piece of film on this to come up, because with this in front of this you can't see it. So I guarantee there's a piece of film that comes off of this. If I keep mucking with it, I'll probably get it off there. If not, they have it opaque instead of transparent, you can just put it in front of it if you want to do that. But that's pretty neat. I didn't expect that. Looks like there's it's got a Robert Downey Jr. signature on there, and I have a hard time believing that he signed that. You know, they found it online someplace, threw it on there, but that's cool. That's really neat. I didn't expect that. And this is a nice little Display stand 2. A lot of these third-party companies don't even include display stands. So we have a display stand also that says Tony Stark. This is nice. This is a big deal as far as I'm concerned. You don't get all of this normally whenever you buy third-party stuff. So this is really nice. Hell, Fison doesn't even send you a stand the majority of times when you order a product. So this is cool. I don't know whether or not that's the same thickness as a Hot Toys one. We can get into that later, I guess. We have his boots. We have the scarf, the lei, some type of a drink, whether it's iced tea or a beverage. Got some ice cubes in it there. And we have glasses. The Edith glasses, I'm assuming. So this is nice. All that included in the box. Let's put this guy together. Let's put him together. No instructions. You're on your own. Now, depending on how much time it takes us to do this, I can do one of two things. I can either cut you guys loose early, or I can break into the Fisons and the Jowl dolls that I have. Or I can do those next week. I've got the S36 and S37 Fison arrived. That's the anime figures. And I've got the Asian Jowl dolls YS and BS figures have arrived. Jowl dolls relatively new on the in the game, more or less. I've never heard of them a handful of years ago. So they make a seamless body as well. The two Jowl dolls that I've received so far, they're much more ample than Fison. So if you're looking for a fuller bosomed figure, then Jowl doll definitely is the way to go. So, like I said, depending on how we do putting this guy together, I'll either end the show early or talk about that. So this is like a fat suit. And again, you can see there's no hole in there. You can't see it in the movie. You can't see his arc reactor. So I don't think I'm going to keep this body here. I'm going to put this body on another Tony Stark that I have, and find me another body for this. Because this is a nice body. It's nice. Feels solidly built. It feels substantial in my arms and my fingers. It doesn't feel junky or hokey. It's not falling apart. You know, a lot of figures you can't even hold up like this. They'll just start drooping and sagging, and the joints are just so loose. And this guy, he's really nicely, tightly built in there. So whoever it is that manufactured this, whoever put this together, they did it properly. It's quality work here, as far as that goes. When I saw that little hint of the speeder bike, hoopty speeder bike that the Mandalorian rides, I was like, that's cool. Because when I seen that in the show, I was like, man, I like one of those speeder bikes. That's cool. And sure enough, they have it as a teaser. Now, they've teased this a lot of times with products before that never made it to market. For instance, Rhino from Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man 2, right? It teases with that. We'll never see a Rhino. Rhino's not going to come. You're not going to get a Rhino from Hot Toys. I'm sorry, I hate to say that. That movie's like so, out of the reality of them selling anything. They're not going to crank it out. It's not going to happen. Okay, maybe 20 years from now, when they can like materialize stuff in a matter of seconds, then maybe they might, because then they can pre-order it and figure out exactly how many of us are interested in having a Rhino and spending, $1,000 on them, and they'll say, okay, we'll crank out 10 of them and sell them. But no, that's not going to happen. We're not going to get a Rhino. So it may go that way as well. The Mandalorian on the speeder bike, the junky speeder bike. But we might get it. So I think in the show, I think he's wearing linen. I don't know. This looks like linen. This little white suit here. It looks really nice. It looks like linen. You know, breathable cotton. It looks quality. Little Velcro here. It's nice to see. It's nice to see somebody assembling something that isn't junk. And this looks like it's had some time put into it to make it nice. Actually have working pockets. The front pockets actually are pockets. Maybe if you want to slip his glasses into his front pocket there, you sure can do that. I'm assuming we're not going to be able to see the front pocket. So I guess Tony goes commando. No underwear here for Tony. Keeps his boys free. It's looking pretty nice. You know, that could almost work for a type of a martial arts setup right there. Now, I don't know the customs or what this outfit actually represents, but it sure is quality. Again, this looks, this is pretty impressive. I mean, for instance, the last three, there's been 3 figures I've received recently from Hot Toys that are crap. In-game Black Widow, in-game Hawkeye, and Venom Pool. I'm not real impressed with any one of those 3 figures. And then to see a third-party manufacturer doing this really, really impresses me. This is time and dedication right here. This is the love of the figure. Love of the job, love of the craft. You're not just slapping some shit out there. Hot Toys, if you're listening to me, stop slapping shit out there. Is that Velcro? They must have used it's called witch stitch. It's like a tape that you iron that helps it adhere stuff together. Because this was joined together. I just pulled it apart. So there may be some type of an adhesive like witch stitch or something like that that they used to get these seams so closely put together. Just I had to peel it apart. Now, so there's no Velcro here. It doesn't hold together, but it was definitely stuck in there. So they may be using a type of a witch stitch or something in there. I don't know. Hey, pretty impressed with this. For real. Called Mala in India. It's a holy locket, which you are calling ice cubes. So, which is the Mala? This or that? The drink. And thank you for that. I might just take off these little wrist joints here. As I was putting them in here, they started getting stuck on there. One thing I always caution or recommend in dealing with the wrist joints is wherever they want to stay, leave them there. You don't want to make them so loose that they start popping on and off or falling out. So I really don't want to pull them out of the arms here, but I'm going to because I am afraid that Maybe they're not designed to come out. I'm afraid they are going to damage this. We'll try it one more time. This shirt. No, it's not coming out. Well, that's good. So I'm not going to break this, which tells me instead of it being a removable wrist joint, it's one of those that they assemble inside of the forearm and snap it onto it. So if you ever break this, which I've done that before, I've broken these little guys, you have to separate the arm in order to put a new wrist joint in here. So that tells you what kind of figure this is. So let's be careful putting his tunic on. The whole is called Mala. The whole outfit is called Mala. Is it Mala? Am I saying that right? Mala, M-A-L-A, Mala. And you said it's a holy. You say locket. Is it for the outfit because it's a wedding? Gosh, really, this is You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna turn his elbows in like this to get this in here. It's probably very durable, and I'm probably being overly cautious, but I'm just feeling it grabbing the little wrist joints on here. So I'm really nervous about this. My goodness. Oh, come on. The Miles Morales Hot Toys figure, by the way, also comes with like the winter outfit, kind of. A Miles Morales version of the Andrew Garfield. I think it was Andrew Garfield, right? Stocking cap and scarf and little leggings around his ankles. So essentially, they've given you the option of displaying him, essentially and I've got this shirt on upside down, three ways. So um, I'm probably going to order two of those. I'm not sure. You can display him, just as Miles in his outfit, his Spider-Man outfit, or you can display him as Miles in his winter outfit, or you can display him with this backpack and the little spider cat. And they have the little yellow electricity for his power. His what they call it? I forget what they called that. Gosh, I can hear it and feel it catching in here. It's really one of the things that I've said in the past is if you ever were going to customize a hot toy figure, be ready to hear popping and snapping and breaking sounds. I don't want to hear popping and snapping and breaking sounds when I'm assembling a new figure. That's a fact. This looks really nice on him. Bravo for making this. And since this is a suit that is custom, I'm assuming from what you're saying over here in India for these types of occasions, this is another great way of customizing your own character for if you have a momentous occasion as such that you wish to celebrate. You don't have to make a Tony Stark. It's like buying a tuxedo figure. You know, if you're customizing yourself or whatever, you know, it doesn't have to be Tony Stark. Obviously, it is in my collection. Gosh, this looks great. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Okay, these are buttonholes. They actually made buttonholes. Those are holes. If I haven't seen any other uh, creator or manufacturer actually make buttonholes. They'll sew little areas there to represent a buttonhole, but these are holes. You can actually stick a button through there if you wanted to. If you want to button them up, you're welcome to. I don't think he's buttoned in the movie though. Yeah, according to this picture, is it's unbuttoned, but it appears that you can button these right up. Wow. And you know, after complaining about Black Widow and Hawkeye and Venom Pool, jeez, this is quite a great breath of fresh air. Good job. Good job. That's looking really great. They did a great job making this. Fits the figure well too. A lot of times when you buy a suit for one of these figures, the suit just doesn't fit well. This suit I bought for um, Obadiah up here just doesn't fit him well. You know, it's Obadiah. You can tell that. It just it just doesn't fit him well. See this collar up here? What the hell? What's going on there? You know what I mean? It just doesn't fit him well. So um, it is what it is, right? You didn't make an Obadiah figure. You got the head sculpt if you bought the Warmonger because you could open it up and show Obadiah in there. But I wanted to have an Obadiah figure, so I took that head sculpt and bought a body and put that on there. That's looking nice. So these aren't shoes that you put the feet in. These are shoes you would wear instead of feet. No socks for Tony here. Um, Having a little difficulty here. There we go. That's on there. Not coming off. Sometimes people recommend heating these up, a glass of hot water, something to that effect, if you can't get them to go in there, which makes the plastic pliable. I don't think it's necessary in this instance. I'll just put a lot of pressure into it. I suppose I'd rather it be really tight like this instead of the gosh darn things falling off every time I lift him up. I think my Loki does that. I don't think his feet stay in his shoes. It's either Loki or um, Obadiah over there. One of those two custom pieces. The shoes and the feet don't stay together. I think it's my Loki. I have a Loki that I bought from Avengers where he was in his suit with the cane before donning his Loki outfit where he's walking through the museum or gallery or whatever it is. I don't remember really the point of the whole scene, but because this is so solidly built, he stands well on his own. It's important. A lot of times you don't want to display your figure on the stand if you don't have to. This is my Loki I was talking about. Love this Loki. Another suit that doesn't necessarily just fit as well. Fits him, but just not as well. This is my Loki. Love this Loki here. Yeah, it must be Obadiah. When I pick him up, his feet literally, his shoes just fall right off. But this is a Hot Toys head sculpt that I bought specifically for this body. I just love this from Avengers. By the way, Hot Toys has said that the 2012 Captain America should be shipping around New Year's. So those of you that get them as soon as Hot Toys puts them out, New Year's, you should be getting your 2012 Captain America. That means I'll get mine in March. Let's see this head sculpt here. Tony's wearing the outfit called a kurta and pajama in India. The shoes are known as Judy in India. It's worn by men and women, both in India. Cool. It's amazing when you, if you don't know much about India, which I don't know much about India, but I guess it's like one of the most populous cities in the world is in India, right? And densely populated. I mean, here in the United States, we think of New York City as being extremely densely populated. But from my understanding, that has nothing on India and some of their major cities. It's a good-looking head sculpt. It has some of the it did some of the gold in his hair. I'm trying to remember who else it did that with. Captain America, I think. Sometimes they'll do that. I'm not sure which head sculpt this is. It may be a little skinny comparatively. Just initial thought on it, not having any other Tony right here to look at. Let's get this. Okay, so this is the this is a Hot Toys 47, I think, which would be the same time frame. It appears this one's skinnier than the Hot Toys, but it looks like the similar sculpt. Bibbidi bobbidi boop. So there's the Hot Toys. And this is the one that came with the white suit. So obviously this one's more tan, but it's definitely skinnier than this. But they appear to be very similarly cast. So what I'm assuming then is same 3D software or whatever. The ears on this one are definitely also cast differently than this. So it's not a full-on dead-on copy. It's not like as if they took a wax mold of this or whatever to make this. But it looks like they possibly had the same 3D software, the 3D sculpted image that they used, because the similarities are extremely uncanny to be coincidence. You know what I mean? This is definitely not Two different artists didn't do these. You understand what I'm saying? But the Hot Toys one is millimeters thicker. The face is fatter. And this is more pink and this is more tan. It's the same, more or less, sculpt. So I guess what I'm getting at is it probably came from the same 3D package, or however, whoever drew it in the computer and then, sculpted it from there. But this one's skinnier than this one. If you were to use a micrometer to measure it, I guarantee you this is going to be a millimeter or so skinnier. So it's the right era head, which is important. Right era, because it's almost identical. I mean, virtually identical. Where does this go? Goes like that, right? Or does it go like this? That's how it goes. So no, I don't think you would need to swap out the Hot Toys head for this body. It's well enough. It works. You know what I mean? They did a great job with it. And like I said, it appears to be generated from the same 3D work. Same computer work. Except the Hot Toys eyes are looking a little bit to the left. So his eyes are directed over here. These are dead on. So those eyes are dead on you. And the Hot Toys eyes he's looking off to the left. So in the painting, because like Hot Toys claims that every head sculpt is individually hand painted, every one of them individually hand painted. The eyes on this one are painted straight on. The Hot Toys eyes are off to the left. Main difference. And the hair and the tan. But great sculpt. Great sculpt. The only third-party sculpt I've ever had a problem with, really, was the Avengers in his time-traveling suit. I forget what they called it, the third-party company. I'll show you it in the head in a second. Try to get his little... Got to move. There's 3 layers of clothing here: his fat suit, his tunic, and his coat. And I don't want to crunch these up. I have to break out the tweezers. I'm setting him on here now and then pulling the clothes up around his neck. So when I press the head on, I don't pinch the outfit underneath his sculpt and into the body here. Definitely want it in around his neck. And that looks good. A lot of times when you will have so much built up around the figure's neck and head there, you end up with this short or long neck problem. And this looks properly proportioned to me. Let me get the Avengers time traveling suit, or whatever you want to call it. It's like a... I don't remember what they call it. It's third party. Again, suit. Where is it? There we go. This was really the most disappointing head sculpt, I think, that I've ever gotten. It looks like Tony. It's not disappointing like the Hot Toys from like 2012 or whatever, where they just look comical. The head sculpt did, but it's just disappointing comparing it to the current ones. Mostly the hair color is out of whack, and I forget who made this, but it's supposed to be the Avenger suit when they go back in time. Size comparison there. The taller boots compared to the lower shoes. Could be an explanation here. Now, I don't remember which body this is. This is actually probably the body that I really want to put this MK100 body into. This guy, this combat suit. I'll probably swap these two around, actually, and put this body in this outfit. So here, size comparison. That's probably eventually what I'm going to do. And then give him this arc reactor in here. Because there's no arc reactor in this body. That's probably what I'll do. Truthfully. So this guy is going to be swapped out. I'm really hoping that there's a film on this that comes off. I'm going to mess with this for just a second. There we go. Yeah. There we go. Now that looks pretty nice. That's pretty cool. I like that. In case you're not using, the stand. Stand's got a little wear on it. You can see some wear marks on it. Right here on the edge, two little stripes. Don't know if the light's coming through showing that. But they're definitely there. I'm using the Samsung S20 Ultra. Samsung S20 Ultra. The phone I was using before this was the Samsung S5. So that tells you how much of a jump I went. And before buying the S5, I used the Samsung Galaxy S. So I hold on to them for a long time. I know there's people, I've known people in my lifetime who every 6 months they trade up. And I don't. I buy my phones outright. So, all right. So, comparing this to the image here, darn close, but not exact. Darn close. You get the obvious idea of what it is, but it's not an exact replica of the scarf or whatever that he's wearing in the movie. Darn close. I mean, I have the Robe. There was a company that made a robe to represent Deadpool when at the end of the first movie where he comes up doing a Ferris Bueller scene, and that's not exact. I bought the wrestling suit from the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, and that's way off. It's orange instead of red, so that kind of is a an upset. I don't even display that. Just keep it in the bag. So angry about that. So close is acceptable when most people probably won't even know what the hell this is. A lot of if you ever shown your figures off, you get different kinds of people. Should you ever be fortunate enough to have someone look at your collection, you'll have the guys be like, they are familiar with every piece that you have, and like, oh my God, you got the so and such and such. That's the extra deluxe figure that came out with the generated back in 2015, and everything about it. And then you got the ones that are like, oh my God, this guy's done lost his freaking mind. I don't even know what all these figures are. What is that? Is that a what would it be? Is that a spider dude? Is that spider dude there? What's his name? Spider dude. He hangs out with the super guy, right? Spider dude and super guy. You got you a super guy figure. You got super guy's girlfriend too. What's her name? Supergirl. You got those guys too. So this is one of those pieces that most people are gonna be like, okay, you got a guy in white wearing a scarf. All right, whatever the hell that's for. Doesn't matter. I could count on one hand the number of people who have seen my collection in person, truthfully. And doesn't matter. It's for me. This is all for me. This is my calm. This is my calm. Come on, Tony, get with the program. Stand straight. So yeah, this is definitely a hardcore collector's figure. You know what I mean? Ah, okay. So back to the ceremony of this. It's not like a lay. Ignorantly, I would call it a lay. It's not. You see it. It comes down to this very specific point here, and this doesn't feel fragile. Um, it's not elastic string, which is nice because elastic string actually loses its elasticity, and whatever it's holding together will fall apart. They put this together with some thought. Again, the quality of somebody doing this, having to string this, shows the love and passion for this. Bravo. Bravo. And it looks really close to, again, the photograph of what it should look like. Really pleased with that. Very pleased, actually. This is looking really good. This is probably going to be, man, this may be one of my favorite third-party figures. Funny that this would be ranking so high. All about the quality, man. All about the quality. Let's see if we have a hand here that will hold this cup. Let's put it in his left hand. I think, truthfully, I think Tony is a lefty, or Robert Downey Jr. is actually. So let's put it in his right hand. Most people. So what do you? I guess you do both, right? Trying to figure out whether you drink with your left or your predominant hand. I guess you just drink with whatever. Let's put it in his left hand, in case he's shaking hands, right? Little lemons or oranges in there. And then they look just like that. I can't tell necessarily if it's yellow or orange. Um, but you can see the veins of the fruit. I don't know if it's coming through for you guys, but that's pretty cool. Again, attention to detail, full on. Golly, golly, good job. Little ice cubes in there and the whole 9 yards. You know, this is for you. You know, you as the collector. All this little detail. But when you're dropping, you know, a couple $100 on a figure or whatever, you expect this. That's what makes it so frustrating when Hot Toys starts sending out crap. It's like, really? This is what my money goes to. Your crap. So to have somebody who's not a major player put the time and effort into this, they definitely have my attention for next time. Come out strong. You know, make a quality product. Make me not be worried. Should I buy the next figure that you make? You know what I mean? I don't think I really want to use a figure stand on this, truthfully. Um, so I really don't want to bunch up this outfit. So I'm probably not going to use a figure stand at all. But I'm putting them on here for right now. And there's those little glasses. I think I've got a pair of Hot Toys glasses. Let's see here. There we are. Let's have a look at these glasses. Okay. Hot Toys one that has more blue in it. The lens does. And my lens has a from this third party company. It's got a little something on it, a little spot. Don't know if it's glue or what it is. Actually, what it is either a drill mark or a burn mark It's into the glass. So somebody made a mistake on the manufacture of this eyepiece here. So I'm going to put it on his face, see how it looks. If I can see that mark on there devastatingly, I will not use it at all. But the top one here is the Hot Toys, and the bottom one is this third party. So you see the Hot Toys one is darker blue. And I don't know if you can see the little hole in this left lens. There's a little burn mark on the inside of the lens there. But it appears to be the same sculpt again. Just manufactured differently. So let's see if this little burn or drill mark is noticeable once it's on his face. And if it is, then I'll use the Hot Toys glasses here. Was it Edith or was it Friday he had at this point? Was it Friday? Who was his AI? Yeah, that's pretty noticeable to me because I know it's there. Was it Edith or was it Friday at this point in the game? I think Edith was after his death. Even dead, I'm the hero. Edith, Edith, even dead, I'm the hero. I think this was Friday. Was the AI. I'm not going to put the other hand in because I am going to swap this out for fact. You know what? I think I might just swap it out right now. There he is, complete. And if you guys want to stick around for the next half of the show, we're going to swap this out with this combat suit. iPhone 12 Pro, Mini, and normal size both. A lot of people are iPhone fans. Some people are Galaxy fans. I never got into the iPhones. I never owned an iPhone, so I'm a little lost there. So swapping this out, this neck is connected to the body here for this little head sculpt here. So I'm looking about trying to see if I have a Tony where it's just the head. I have it on this guy. Because I might not swap him out now that I'm looking at this. Not with this one. I may buy another body. Because this is a sweet body. Let's look at these two. Because I don't want to put, obviously, the battle damaged head sculpt on the white suit. Decisions. And that Tony's too young. What do we have up here on this 45? Okay. This is a head. Let's look at this 45 here. I think yeah, let's do that. Let's put my needle nose. Let's put this third-party head sculpt into this 45 here. There we go. That works. I think that looks good. And then we can put this 45 over here. We can use yeah, we'll keep the head sculpt that was on this with this neck. Keep the head and the neck together. This is the neck that came with this. This body's going on this combat suit. Tomorrow I'm going to my brother. Okay. I really hope. So it was Friday. Thank you very much. I really hope the Spider-Man upgrade suit is released soon. I'm really excited. I've had it pre-ordered since last year, right? I'm ashamed to say it's going to be my first Spider-Man. Oh, come on. Don't be ashamed about that, man. Welcome. You know, it's I'm ashamed to say that I didn't have any of the Tobey Maguire, don't have any of the Tobey Maguire or Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. Hello? And I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. Spider-Man's my guy. That's my superhero. You know what I'm saying? You can't argue against Superman. You can't argue against Batman as being great superheroes. But Spider-Man is my guy. I mean, I love and respect Superman and Batman. But Spider-Man's my guy, and I don't have a Tobey Maguire or an Andrew Garfield Hot Toy Spider-Man figure, and I'm having difficulty getting this off here. I don't know if I should be unzipping this, so I'm not going to. Goodness gracious. So yeah, this is I don't know what body this is, but you see there's no arc reactor in it. And decidedly, in the movie, in this outfit, he taps it, he taps it on. So he's got to have this on here so we can see it through this. So, yeah, man, I'll tell you what, at Christmas every year, they drop everything. So you're going to see in the next handful of weeks a lot of figures coming your way. So get your wallets ready, man, because your wallets are going to be crying. Because all your figures that you've had on pre-order are going to start coming right now. Figures that aren't slated to even be released until next year, January or February, might start coming through. So, yeah, I don't think you're far from off in saying you're hoping that the figure comes before Christmas. If it's slated to be released anytime around this time of the year, end of the year, beginning of the year, it's coming. You'll probably see it before Christmas. They've done that every year. Where are my needle nose pliers? They're out here somewhere in my little stack. Stack of projects. I have her out again, trying to figure out what's be a great thing to put up here for her eyebrow piercing. That's why I have Gwen out. Having them sit here reminds me to work on them. Gosh darn it. I have to get the little ack. Got to get the little ball joints out of these shoes. Iron Man came to me only because of the movies, believe it or not. So I bought all the Spider-Man comics when they were out, or well, I guess they're still out. I haven't bought a comic in many years, but as I was growing up, I bought all the Spider-Man comics, Web of Spider-Man, Spider-Man, maybe Spider-Man, Spectacular Spider-Man, you name it. And so most time, the only time I was introduced to a character is whenever there was a crossover for whatever reason. Now, that goes without saying in regards to like the Hulk from television series and Superman and Batman from movies and such, and television shows. Uh, I read Superman comics when I was a kid. I would say probably a lot of kids have read Superman comics when they were growing up, so I was very familiar with Superman. Um, but he was always just he was. I could never be Superman. You know what I'm saying? I'm not an alien from another planet with the ability to fly and leap tall buildings in a single bound, faster than a speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive. I could never see myself being Superman. Batman, uber, uber, uber rich, born into it. I wasn't born into a rich family at all, not even close. Uh, and So here comes along Spider Man, normal kid. He is super intelligent, so he does have that superpower, if you were to say anything in regards to his ability before being a superhero. But other than that, he's just a schmuck, just a kid like you and I, just a regular old kid getting beat up by the bullies, wanting to have a girlfriend, little awkward kid. He was a geek, You know, he geeked out on stuff and science and stuff. He enjoyed learning, but he wasn't endowed with anything from birth. He just got bitten by a radioactive spider. Now, the odds of you becoming Spider-Man if you get bit by a radioactive spider are like zero, I would imagine. But at least you can relate to him, in my opinion. I could relate to him. He was just a kid, just a regular kid. And so I felt Spider-Man's pain. I I related to him totally, and so that's why I like Spider-Man. When I've always thought Robert Downey Jr. was a pretty good actor, and when Iron Man came out, of course I was watching because I'm a Marvel fan. I was like, holy smokes, what a great character for that. I just put these pants right back onto the same suit. I was like, look at that. They couldn't have cast a better actor because it was almost like where's that line between acting and living? You know what I mean? It was a blurred line there between Tony and Robert. I think it was excellently cast. Anyhow, so I really fell in love with the Iron Man movies and this whole Marvel Cinematic Universe at that point. Same thing with Deadpool. You know, I was only familiar with Deadpool vaguely from the comics and the games, but when Ryan Reynolds brought him to the big screen, holy smokes! Even in his first appearance of Wolverine or X Men, whatever it is, First Class or whatever movie he was in, um, I didn't know really who it was. You know, it wasn't like, oh, look at that, that's Deadpool. That didn't mean anything to me, truthfully. I didn't get the significance there. But with the Deadpool movie, full on fanboy now. You know what I mean? So no, I'm embarrassed that I don't have any of the original Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. That's the embarrassing thing. What kind of a fanboy are you, right? Well, welcome to the hobby, the obsession. It all starts with one figure. Whenever you're doing these arms here, you want to keep in mind which way they're facing when you start spinning them back around, especially in your Fison figures. So you want to make sure you know what's going where so you spin them back properly. You know, you got your bicep swivels and you got your butterfly shoulders and then your rotatable shoulders. And if you get them backwards, you know, you could end up breaking things. So take time to know which way you've got everything facing when you're putting the clothes on him. You don't want to end up breaking your arms from that. Put the shirt on first, and then the pants. That's my recommendation here after doing it backwards this time. First time I put them together, I put the shirt on first and then the pants. You definitely want the pants to go over this fat suit shirt here. Definitely. I need to go pick up 2 new Detoffs for fact. Deadpool needs to be in a Detoff. And with all these new Spider-Men coming, because I'm pretty sure I got an Iron Spider coming soon. And I want to put a Mark 47 up in here. So I've got the Mark 47 which we're going to do in a couple of weeks. So next week we're going to do these Fison figures. It's going to be a Fison week. I hope you guys tune in definitely for that. I'm going to do those 2 Fisons, crack them open, and the Jowl dolls. Get some size comparisons and see how they look. These are the Jowl dolls are the Asian versions, and the Fisons are the anime versions. So proportionately on those Fisons, the bodies are going to be with that in mind, anime style body. I got the heads on those because with anime, a lot of times even the head is different. So I wanted to make sure to get the head on this. I don't have any predisposed opinion or figure that I'm making with those Fisons. Here we go, shoulder problems here. It's so easy to get them confused as to which direction you've got the arms facing when you spin them up and around. So take your time with that. You definitely don't want to break your figures or rip your clothes. Because you pulled the shoulder down the wrong direction. But no, I didn't have anything in mind when I ordered those anime Fisons. I just wanted them for my collection. Nor the Jowl dolls. I've only used 1 Jowl doll so far. I received 2 Jowl dolls that I bought earlier. One's darker skinned, and I'm only using the one. The other one's still in the box. I've got a handful of Fison figures just in their boxes, the bodies. So yeah, this is good. This is a good swap. This is a good swap. Oh, I don't know why I was concerned about the neck, because I can't use the neck here. Because this neck's attached to the body. What am I doing? This head needs to go on this body. This neck, I need to figure out what I'm going to do with this neck. This is the Hot Toys neck. All right. Just the right piece here. Evidently not. Gosh dang it, where's my needle nose? This is the neck joint that was with this body, so we'll use this. In this head. Come on. There we go. There we go. All right. Now we need these guys, wrist joints. Oh yeah, coming together nicely. Coming together nicely. Oh, let's see. Which right hand do we want? Well, so it comes with 2 relaxed hands, 2 holding hands, 2 trigger finger hands, and 2 fists. So we'll go with the relaxed hand on this. For his right hand. Now to get these out of here, and this is really what I need my needle nose for. Gosh darn it. I've got to find my needle nose pliers. That's all there is to it. My goodness, my project stack is unbelievably tall. Holy cow. All working projects. Needle nose pliers. There we go. Right tool for the job. Thank you, Jake. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Jake. Thank you, Jake. Thank you, patrons. I will shout your names from the top of the mountains, those of you that are patrons. $1 a month is so huge. I mean, YouTube pays 2 cents per 1,000 click ads. So after you guys have clicked on an ad or watched an ad 1,000 times, I get 2 pennies from YouTube. So trust me, YouTube ain't paying the bills here. But you guys that are really wanting to reward me for my time to this, just sharing with you guys, putting the videos up, $1 a month from patron really helps out. It's huge. That's huge. Thank you very much for that. And in all actuality, Patreon keeps 23 cents of that. So I actually only get 77 cents. Um, and then on top of that, it's taxed. So the government gets another, whatever that would be. So, but it's huge if you guys do that. So thank you, patrons. Patreon.com, Patreon.com, if you want to help contribute to the channel. Appreciate you guys. This is really, I'm pleased with this. This was a proper change out. And I'm hoping this body will look great with this combat suit on. I have faith that it will. Chop this to the last on the other foot. Gosh darn thing's the same color as the floor here. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I did not even see it. There it is. Thank you for recognizing that this is a passion for me as well. There are some of those collectors out there that, few, not a lot, a few, that I think are kind of phony. You know what I mean? I really don't think that they're here because they have a passion for this. So thank you for recognizing my insanity. And it's a nice community. You know what I mean? For the most part, there's some great guys out there. I know Sardimus personally. Sean Long personally. I know them personally. I've communicated with Denobi a couple of times. I respect Sardimus and Denobi hugely. This is looking nice. Let's get Gwen over here out of the way. This is a, which one is this? This is the Peggy Carter body on like a $10 Hasbro Spider-Gwen figure with the, I think it's Young Rich that made that head sculpt. Oh, I was putting the relax hand on there. This ain't the relax hand. It's the trigger finger hand. No, I got that confused. With the relaxed hand. Yeah, that PS5 Miles looks pretty cool. That looks pretty cool. And I think one of you guys said last week that if you buy the PS5 Miles, it comes with the PS4 Spider-Man game. Did I understand that correct? Maybe somebody can verify that again. Because I keep going back and forth. I really don't have the time to play that game, but I really want to play the game. Especially because my wife's from New York City. And I think she would enjoy seeing New York like that, you know? From my understanding, you get like a pretty up close and personal tour of the city. Um, Speaking of, my wife went into a nursing facility this week. When I was growing up, we called them nursing homes. Now they call them skilled nursing facilities. She spent 20 days in the hospital, and evidently she's too weak to come home. So they put her into a nursing home. And that really upset me for a couple of reasons. First off, according to the CDC, the Centers for Disease Control, 94% of all COVID related deaths are of people aged 65 and older. And the majority of those are people who are in skilled nursing facilities. So, if you guys don't mind, if you feel so led, if you believe in such, be it the universe, karma, or God, please lift her up in your prayers. I would greatly appreciate that. Obviously, in the hospital, they swabbed her for COVID. And the day she left the hospital going to the nursing facility, they did a COVID swab of her as well then to ensure that she wasn't bringing COVID to the nursing home. But there's a reason why the majority of COVID deaths are from nursing facilities. So keep us in your prayers and thoughts, guys. Appreciate that. And I'll tell you, on top of that, when she was in the hospital, I was allowed to visit her. In the nursing facility, no visitors are allowed. It's shut down. You're not allowed to go in there. So I don't even get to see my wife anymore. So that's it's upsetting. So let's hope for a speedy recovery. Let's hope that they can get her strength up so she can come home. Right? So keep us in your prayers, please. Appreciate you guys. And this could get very expensive too. It gets to a point where insurance won't pay for it anymore. You know what I mean? I'm not looking forward to that either. So, Affordable Care Act be damned. There's only so much that insurance pays for. Obamacare, whatever you want to call it. Joe Biden care. All right, so this is not bad here. So that's the one we dialed in for. Let's get this combat suit put together. With this body. And I don't remember who made this body. There was two companies that were making these. One I thought was done better than the other. And I don't remember who they were. MC Toys, I think, was one. And to tell you the truth, I don't know which one this is. I missed it when it first came out. I had to buy it from a third party reseller, like eBay or something. So I was very pleased when I finally got a hold of this. I wanted it when it first came out, but it was announced. I think it was announced back when money was real tight for me, and I just couldn't. I missed it. I missed the pre-order. I missed the ordering of it. They sold out. So I was very pleased when one of you guys got rid of this suit. I was very pleased to get a hold of it. God, this body feels great. This really feels. That body there just felt cheap. This body just feels great. Good quality body. So this does unzip. I wasn't sure if it unzipped. Couldn't remember. I didn't want to have to unzip it. So it unzips. Let's put the little this one's a little wonky. Let's see how this one is. Appear to be the same. This is a little more reliable. So we'll slip this in here. You see that? Yeah, this body just feels great. It feels very solidly built. Thank you, Jake. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Matt, PS5 miles looks so, yes, but I hate how long we have to. Yeah, 2022. Isn't that ridiculous? Hey, the longest one that I waited, though, of one paid for, Hulkbuster. I think I ordered him in 2015 and he finally arrived like in 2018. It's like 3 years or something. That was a pisser. On top of that, it was like almost $1,000. I think he's over $1,000 now. I think when I bought him, I think it was $850, and then he had tax and shipping and all that on top of that. He was pushing $1,000 then, but I think he's a lot more now. If you wanted to buy him, I think you can still buy him. But yeah, God, that was a long wait. Holy smokes! But the good thing is, with them being so far out to get them, is, if you're a diligent with your money, if you're responsible with your money, you can set aside bobbity boop. You can set aside $10 a month or whatever into a little savings account or an envelope to pay for your figure then when it finally arrives, so you're not totally caught off guard. You know what I mean? That's I guess the only good thing about waiting so long. But yeah, when I seen that too, I was like, 2022? Thank you, Jake. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, CBS Sci-Fi. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. Um, I'll tell my wife that when I talk to her today. She'll be pleased to know you guys are. She loves you guys. When she died last year, cardiac arrest, and when she came back to me, and I told her about you guys, It made her try hearing that. Some spam calling me. Sorry about that. I bet you that's really noisy in your ears, guys. I'm so sorry about that. Sorry about that, guys. Oh, good. They left me a voicemail. It's probably somebody saying, we're calling about your car's warranty. You're not calling about my car's warranty. We're in your area and we're putting roofs on houses. And they're calling from like Washington, D.C. or whatever. Like, hell, you ain't in my area. Spam calls. I got a spam call the other day. 6 o'clock in the morning, man. I was like, I answered the phone at 6 o'clock in the morning. I didn't look to see who it was. And they start going off on their sales pitch. I said, dude, do you realize it's 6 o'clock in the morning? And he hung up. Golly. On my S5, I had a feature that I could prioritize phone calls and put up a time to and not accept them. And the only phone calls that would ring before 8 o'clock in the morning were people that were on my favorites list. And it was nice. So when a spam call would come across at 6 o'clock in the morning, it wouldn't even ring. But of course, if my daughter or somebody needed to reach me at 6 o'clock in the morning, they could. It would ring. This S20 doesn't have that feature. If you tell it to not accept calls before 8 o'clock in the morning, buddy, it don't accept calls before 8 o'clock in the morning, no matter who it is. So unless you guys have figured out a way that you could do that with this, let me know, because I have not. And what we're going to do now is just going to push it right through this shirt. I don't think I need to cut a hole in it. I'm just going to poke the shirt right into that hole in his chest. And so that's glowing through the shirt. Can you see that? I think that looks great. So yeah, what a bonus here. I've been wanting one of these bodies ever since I've seen these announced a year ago, whatever it was. And just didn't have they're not expensive. To buy one, I was like, I could use 2 or 3 of those bodies. So this is perfect. Come on, get this little head on here. This is perfect. Golly. So my hand just came off. Oh, come on. There we go. Yeah. I'm digging this. Big difference here. Not so bad here. You can blame it on the boots. But maybe if I really wanted to, put a little ankle extension in here. You got ankle extenders you can buy. Sheesh. This neck does not want to sit on this body. Come on, Tony, act right. What do you think? Huh? I'm digging it. Really pleased to have these in my collection. Ah, glasses. We're going with the Hot Toys glasses. Only because of the little burr they put into this. It's either done with a hot, like a soldering iron or something, or a little drill or something. They've actually, it's a divot in the glasses. So there you go, guys. Is that on? Yeah. There you go. Thank you very much for tuning in. Next week we're going to do the Fison and the Jow dolls. Just a size comparison on those and measurements. The week after that, we're going to do the Iron Man Mark 47 from Spider-Man Homecoming. That's the re-release of this. Same MMS number and everything. And then we got Star-Lord from, don't remember if it's Infinity War or Endgame. I've got coming the Old Soldier on the bench, which is Captain America from the end of Endgame. I've got coming Ant-Man has been confirmed, he's on the way from Ant-Man and the Wasp. I know that upcoming will be Nebula and the Wasp and the Iron Spider. I know those are on their way also, although I haven't been told that they were on the way, but I know that they're coming. They're on a boat someplace. So the next month or two, I should get those. So that's what we got going on for the next few weeks. And I will see you guys next Saturday. Thank you very much. Like, subscribe, share the videos. Let your friends know where they can go to get Once to Scale news and reviews. I'm here every Saturday. I've only missed 2 of these ever. And I love every one of you guys. And if you want to help out, go to patreon.com/Siri Emerald, SIRIEMERALD, Siri Emerald, to help out. And thank you very much. Love you guys. See you on the next video. Peace.